She's really been dubbed as almost like the kingmaker, if you like, in this European election. She's taking center stage because they're saying that she's being wooed by
one more
Ursula von der Leyen, who's hoping to get her support in terms of trying to get her support to be a part of this, to get her support to become the next president of the European Commission. She has been very clear and quite positive in her praise of Meloni, referring to Meloni as someone who is clearly pro-European. She's taken trips with her to countries in North Africa like Tunisia in order to work at deals at stemming migrant flows. So clearly she's hoping to partner with Meloni on that. On the other side, yes, as you mentioned, Marine Le Pen, the leader of the National Rally in France, hoping to woo Meloni, saying that perhaps join me and we can form a super group of far-right parties. Ms. Meloni, for her part, hasn't actually said on whose side she'd be more inclined towards. What she's been very clear about is that she is not going to partner with the left or the Greens as far as her ECR, the European Conservatives and Reformist group, is concerned. She is hoping to repeat what she has created here in Italy, which is a coalition of right-wing parties. And that's what she says she wants to do at the European level. But I think at this stage, it's still voting for just another few more minutes here in Italy. After 11, polls close in Italy, and that's polls across the European Union for these elections. And then we'll have a clear idea of what's come out in this election. It's important to note the Brothers of Italy, the party of Ms. Meloni, is projected to get some 26% or 27% of the vote, according to the final polls that were conducted some 2 weeks ago, before there was a poll silence. Now, that's a fourfold increase if you compare to the last European election in 2019, when she only got 6%. But of course, back then, she really was very much, her party was very much a fringe party. Now, of course, she's the Prime Minister of Italy and clearly hoping to put her name and her face as the lead candidate in her party for these elections here in Italy. She's hoping to do the same in terms of how well she did nationally, also at the European level.
Seema, what's your impression of this whole campaign? In the people that you spoke to, were they very kind of motivated? Were they very aware of the European stakes in all of this? Because, you know, in France, it's been quite a low visibility of the campaign. What's it been like in Italy?
Well, if you look at the election turnout so far, of course, we'll get the final figures in a few minutes. It has been lower than the other European election back in 2019. And not exactly the right comparison, but if you look at the national elections, also there was a drop in terms of voter turnout. And that is strange for Italy, which is a country that culturally people do go to vote. And so there is a turn in that direction. On top of that, I mean, it's been very much focused on national issues, things like healthcare, things like taxation. We've seen far-right parties like that of Matteo Salvini, his League party, which is together with Le Pen at the European level. He's been talking about being against any European initiative of any form, and that's been his campaign. But I think very much it's been focused here in Italy on national issues.